Hi, it's Miss HL again, and this is the second half of Lithosphere 2. That one video was a little long. I'd like to keep them about 5 minutes so that I can keep you paying attention. This is what are volcanoes. A volcano is a weak spot in the crust where molten material or magma comes to the surface. They are typically found at convergent boundaries. The most active volcanoes are found on the edge of the Pacific Plate, known as the Ring of Fire. And I know it's not an actual ring, it's more like a horseshoe, but it is, they say it's the ring around the Pacific Plate where all of these volcanoes and earthquakes occur. That doesn't mean this is the only place that volcanoes and earthquakes occur. This is just the most common. Notice Mount St. Helens is in the Ring of Fire, and that is an active volcano on the United States, on the North American plate. There are three types of volcanoes. You've got shield volcanoes, and those are the ones that are oozers. Think of your toothpaste tube. If you rolled it from the bottom, how the toothpaste oozes out the top. That's how lava comes out of a shield volcano. The second is a cinder cone volcano, and they are steep and they are covered with ash. This is kind of like if you took your soda and shook it up and everything goes flying. That's how a cinder cone erupts, with ash and flaming rock coming out the top. And a composite or a stratovolcano are the ones that do both. Here's a diagram of the three types of volcanoes. Notice the different shapes. When and where do earthquakes occur? They occur on the fault lines, those cracks. Remember, the earth is like a hard-boiled egg with the shell cracked, and all the little cracks are where earthquakes will happen. Most people know that the epicenter of an earthquake is where the quake begins, but they're referring to where it begins on the Earth's surface because that's where it's relevant to us as people, because we live on the Earth's surface. But the true beginning of the quake is when the stress occurs deep below the Earth's surface in the asthenosphere. That's called the focus. You remember, you got to be smarter than the test and smarter than the book. The focus is actually where the earthquake occurs. The epicenter is located directly above the focus on the Earth's surface. Here's a diagram. Remember, the focus is where it starts. The stress occurs deep below the Earth's surface and makes the plates move. How does energy travel from an earthquake? Well, remember when we studied waves and energy? These types of waves are mechanical because they travel through a medium. The medium is the Earth. Seismic waves are what we call this type of energy. They travel in P waves. Those are the primary waves, and they compress and expand like an accordion, just like a slinky does. It's like a compressional wave. S waves are the secondary waves. They vibrate side to side and up and down, more like a snaky. They can only go through solids. The primary waves can actually go through the liquid of the outer core to the other side of the Earth. As you can see here, an earthquake can occur on one side of the Earth, and there will actually be aftershocks all the way on the other side. Obviously not very strong, because as the energy travels, it does and changes form. It will lose 10%. Remember, it can't be created or destroyed, but it can change form as it goes through the different mediums.